Hey, folks, welcome to the Mike North 5-minute half-hour news. That's right. We give you in 5 minutes what it takes most people to do in 30, in a half an hour. You could be the hit at the water cooler. You could be the hit at the restaurant. You could walk around and impress people with your knowledge. They'll say, where did you watch this? I watched the 5-minute half-hour news for folks that don't have a lot of time and have ADD. That's me. Anyway, let's start things off. The Kennedys, a miniseries. The History Channel was going to do it. It's not completely factual. When was the History Channel completely factual? There are narratives all the time. I think Oliver North has something on the History Channel or the Military Channel. What I'm saying is Reels has picked up the movie. Showtime didn't want it. HBO didn't want it. Nobody wants it. So here's this independent station saying it's a great movie. There are some liberties, like with any fictional thing. You don't think there was liberties with true stories like Casino or with Goodfellas or even movies about Abraham Lincoln? But find it interesting that the Kennedy family still has so much power that no network wants to pick this up. I will watch Reels for the first time. I will see the Kennedys with flaws. Maybe you haven't heard. They did have flaws. And the president of Reels was on TV this morning saying, basically he was just a gag with... what does a gag mean? He was happy with the fact that they're getting this movie. So congratulations to Reels, and I will promote it, and I will help you promote it. Also, I brought this up in one of the I'm Just Saying. So Paperboy, almost 16. 13% of people delivering papers now are under the age of 16. It used to be 30%. At one time, it was 100% back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Different times, but it's still sad. And there's still some towns, though, that still employ paper boys. Piers Morgan, going to have the twins that are fighting Facebook tonight on the Piers Morgan show. Okay, I won't even go to there now. Larry King's gone, but at least he had done something in his career. He established himself. Piers Morgan, from what I'm understanding now, I can't even look at the guy. Don't you? Okay, if you're a big-time interviewer in England, a big-time interviewer in England means you're maybe 50th best interview in this country, okay? I mean, if I'm going to get somebody from England, aren't I getting David Frost? David Frost is still alive. Why wasn't David Frost offered that big position? I don't care how old he is, okay? He put himself on the map. Piers Morgan, for me, he looks just like another drunken Irishman that's leaving a downtown pub. Also, Eminem and that Detroit commercial that they did for Chrysler, a rapper driving through the streets of Detroit, seeing all the landmarks and everything, a 2-minute commercial, is the hit of the Super Bowl. Also today, in line with that, Detroit, and now I got to ask you something, Gary or Jerry Chico, I forget, I don't know which one his name is. I'm kidding, it's Gary. Gary, I respect you. You're running. Detroit is offering any policeman who left the city limits. Now, there's Detroit policemen that live not in the city limits, live in Ohio, live in other suburbs of Michigan. Victorian mansions that need to be rehabbed in huge neighborhoods that used to be affluent. Victorian for $1,000. I want to be a Detroit cop. So if they move back into the city, they pluck down their 1,000, they end up getting that. Now they got a rehab. Now there's a problem. There's Detroit policemen who never left the city, said, this is my home. What about us? They're going to offer them, money so they can refurnish or rehab their homes. So even in something good, you're going to spend too much money. And here's another thing. If you're a new Detroit policeman, don't you basically say, why can't I have a home for $1,000? Have 2 homes in Detroit. Fix it up. Why are they just giving the money to remodel the homes they currently live in? If I have $5,000, I should be able to buy 5 homes. I mean, that's just the way it is. They can't do anything right in Detroit. Nothing. And this is a lesson to Mr. Chico. What happens when they let people leave the city? Dave Bing is the mayor doing that. Saw a Reagan documentary last night. Corey Torf and I've always, we've dreamt about doing a documentary. And I don't know if Corey saw it. Did you see it, Corey? Check out a Reagan documentary on HBO last night, made in 2011. Outstanding. What a hell of a president he was. My God. Also, the Bulls lose last night. That's 2 in a row. Time for them to come home. The snow's melted. Hawks lose tonight, and DePaul plays tonight, if anybody cares. Why would you care? You're in for another. They almost beat Louisville, and I thought we won the Super Bowl. Okay, also today, it's going to be a little bit chilly. The sun's out. But it snowed last night. Be careful driving. It's going to be slippery. And be careful, black ice. That's what I'm saying. This has been the Mike North 5-minute half-hour news for you folks with ADD. I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare. You got it all here. Rosemont. You can't miss it.